Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Aries, please, because this is really important. The 23rd of January 2021, it is going to be the moment in time which is going to bring you an opportunity that you have been waiting for a while, to be quite honest with you, because I am going back to like 24 months. Within the last 24 months, there was a lot happening in your lives. There was a lot on your mind in particular when it comes to this option, when it comes to the next stage of your life, when it comes to the actual important advancement, my gorgeous Aries. The 23rd of January, it's going to reveal a path for you, my gorgeous babies. And this is very important, because what you need to remember, that you are the one who needs to light your own path. This is what you need to remember, because at the same time, there are other things that you're going to need to take into consideration. These other things that you're going to need to take into consideration, I repeat, those other things that you need to take into consideration are coming purely from you feeling strong within yourself and having things under control. And by having things under control, then you are creating an important energy impact within yourself, which is going to help you to have a courage, to have a confidence in order to move on, because the confidence and courage are also going to be playing an important role in this. Let me just say this straight, my gorgeous Aries. On the 23rd of January 2021, you just need to remember that an opportunity is going to come forward. An opportunity is going to arise. This is going to be an important element of your life, which is going to reflect on the rest of the year. It's to do with a vision. It's to do with the things that you wanted to do before, but also at the same time, this is connected to like a tiny little shortcut. So something is going to happen, which is most certainly going to surprise you when it comes to the actual timing. You need to remember that you need to lead the way, which means that you need to be as confident as possible. If there is only like one little tiny little bit of doubt, within yourself, you just need to ignore it as much as you can. You also need to remember to act with care and also voice any concerns that you may have, which means that from the 23rd of January until the end of that month, communication is going to be the most important thing. The communication is going to be ridiculously important. And you also, at the same time, you need to remember to observe limitations. This is connected to the actual rewards that are going to come from hard work, but most certainly this is all to do with the actual balance that is going to allow you to successfully balance many priorities at once. Okay, this is the time of I apologize. This is the time of determination. This is the time of power. This is the time of the willpower. And there is also going to be an important public recognition that you're going to benefit from, like there is no tomorrow. But on another hand, what you are doing, what you are focusing on, where you're putting your light towards, where you're putting your energy towards, where you're projecting yourself towards, this is going to bring you an important recognition. Okay, so let me just basically put this into few words. From in between the 23rd of January until the end of that month, this is an important time, Aries. This is an important time, my gorgeous Aries, when it comes to you observing your limitation, but when it comes to you following that path, but also most importantly, the period and the stage in between the 23rd of January and until the end of that month, it's going to bring you the time of recognition. It's going to bring you the time to shine. It's going to bring you the time of enlightenment. But you need to understand that whichever process you start, whichever process you begin, wherever you put your energy towards in between this stage and this period of time, it's going to bring you an important recognition. Okay? This is very, very significant. And on another hand, just make sure, my gorgeous Aries, that you're expressing yourself. You need to talk. You need to explain yourself, because there is going to be also the moment that you're going to have within this stage and period where you are going to invite something so significant and so powerful into your life by actually just talking and explaining yourself and being yourself. Now it's more important than ever. My name is Sasha Bonasin. Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for January 2021. So it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for January 2021. Happy New Year, my gorgeous Aries. I love you so much. This year is going to be quite significant for you, in particular when it comes to moving forward, but it's also going to be more busy than you can possibly imagine. This is going to be the actual year when you are going to express yourself, but it's also going to be the year where you're going to make a really significant move on stage. You know, you will do something so important when it comes to your personal projection that is actually going to just really be remarkable. And also, on another hand, when it comes to the actual number, my gorgeous Aries, when it comes to the actual numerology, and when it comes to the actual number, your number is 177. 177, it's a really powerful number, and it's a very spiritual in many different ways. On one hand, you are going to have an important beginning, okay? So it's all about the start, it's all about the beginning, and it's all about certain things falling into pieces, you know. And this is important to say, that there is this last puzzle that is going to come through. There is the last puzzle that is going to come forward, and that puzzle that is going to come forward is going to come through, and it's going to fall onto your life, you know, at around the mid-January 2021. And once that last puzzle fall forward, it is going to make the picture completely different. And this is very significant because it's the actual result, the direct result of you changing your spiritual journey, and you evolving your spiritual journey, and you having this absolutely sacred, very mind-blowing possibility and ability to actually see your life from a completely different angle. And this is purely coming from you evolving. Your spirit is going to evolve, and you will be able to sense things differently. But this is really important because it's the time of something really significant. So now you are ready for something really, really important. 177 also means that you're actually going to have the return of some kind of like an unfinished business. You know, there were like certain things that were going on in your life, but when it comes to the actual unfinished business, it's more to do with things that you should be paying attention to, like now it's time. But these are the things that make you feel happy, these are the things that makes you feel excited, and these are the things that most certainly should be in your life. Just remember that you're going to get a remarkable advice. This advice that you're gonna get this month, it's gonna come from somebody who you really know, but it's gonna happen like kind of like it's gonna come like out of the blue, like literally. But it's gonna be very, very interesting advice. And this advice that you are going to get, that is going to be quite interesting, you know, first of all, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, just interesting. But then again, as the time goes by, you're gonna realize that, you know, it is all about leading towards an important big change. The advice that you are going to get, it's quite very significant to actually happen at around the 13th of January 2020. But this advice, interesting advice, it's all about you kind of realizing and understanding what to do at around the big change, how to go over, how to go around, you know, when it comes to the certain big change, how to start things, how to make things happen without like kind of like doing something that could actually potentially harm you later on. So this is really important. This is the time of the actual transformation. This is the time of clearing away the old in order to make a space for the new. And it's absolutely wonderful to see at the same time that there will be a quite significant alteration. Okay, so this is all going to be like very much so similar to the actual new moon energy, but because I mentioned this before, and when we have the feeling of the actual new moon energy, then at the same time we just kind of have this feeling within us, you know, where we want to change things a little bit. And also, it's not only about the feeling within us, but it's all about what would be the right thing to do with this moment in time when it comes to, you know, like the new moon. You know, it's great to get rid of the old in order to make a space for the new. You know, you just go with this energy, you go with this vibration, you go with this flow. And it's the same with January. It's a wonderful time of the year, and it's also the beginning, you know, of the year. So now there is still this particular rather specific energy that is going to be around, and this energy will be very significant in situations like this where you feel like, oh, you want to change things. You know, it's important to pay attention to it, my gorgeous Aries. it's important. I know it sounds like really little and things like that, but if you do feel like, oh, I want to change this table around, I want to change this picture around, I want to change this carpet, I want to do this that I didn't do for a long time, I want to do that, it's important to go with it, because it's not only about like refreshing your own energy, but it's also like a listening to yourself, like what needs to be done. By doing this, you're also creating this very specific and powerful frequency within yourself, which is on another hand in return helps you so much when it comes to your future planning. It helps you to understand things. It helps you like to invite things into your life, to manifest things into your life, to make things happen, you know, by the power of the actual, you know, by the power of connection, you know, by the power of vibration. It's all about the energy within that matches the energy of the universe. And this is why this is so important, because by doing this, you just attract things. It's the law of attraction. You just attract things into your lives, you know, by matching the certain energy of the universe, you know. On another hand, you know, I want to say that when it comes to the actual investment, this is not the best month to actually do the investment or start an investment. It's a fantastic month when it comes to planning, when it comes to thinking, when it comes to projections, but most certainly it is not the best time to actually focus on investment. I mean, to start investment or to invest this month. February will be completely different, but this month, no baby, no. It is not the time for investment. To think and plan, absolutely fantastic, but investment, no baby, no. On another hand, you know, it is the resolution of a problem. This month is January. It's going to bring you the resolution of the problem. That is going to take a little bit longer, okay, to come to an end. But at least there will be the door, you know, at the end of the tunnel that you're already going to be able to see. Oh, look at this door waiting for me. But before, the tunnel was too dark. So it's important to say this, because this is coming from the actual enlightenment. And it's coming from the fact that there is the light at the end of the tunnel. When it comes to the problem that was actually rather overshadowing you in your life, and it was draining your energy. So there will be the solution of the problem, my gorgeous Aries, that you are going to have, and this is going to take an additional 3 months. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So by April 2021 will be very significant when this completely comes to an end. But this is all about the actual solution, and it's brilliant because it's almost immediately going to connect you to the certain vision when it comes to the future planning. So this is going to start making its own point straight away, that moment in time. It's about the conclusion, which is going to bring you a great moment in time when it comes to solace, healing, and rather satisfactory result. Of course, this is going to reflect on your fulfillment, and also most certainly it's just going to be connected to the connections and the people in your life, relationships, you know. This is going to want to make you to celebrate, and it's going to inspire you in so many different ways. But then again, it's about the compromise. This compromise will be very important, and it will be very powerful moment in time for you to do this, because you are going to benefit from this wiseness that you are going to have throughout January, because your third psychic eye is going to be rather open, you see. Community. So the relationships, you know, and people in your life are going to be playing an important role, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. So people in your life are going to play an important role, because it's about the inspiration, and it's about you being told at the right moment, at the right time, what to do by the right people in your life. Because look at these butterfly babies, you know, they're butterflies here. It's all about your own transformation, and it's all about you being you, and it's all about you realizing that you really just need to ignore as much as you possibly can of the negativity out there, because it's getting crazy at the moment out there, sadly. But what you need to do is just like focus on yourself and do things that you love and do things that you like, because this is the time of your transformation. And you're also, through the people in your life, you're gonna realize something so important about yourself when it comes to the next step. So this is going to be quite interesting, my gorgeous Aries, indeed, you see. And also on another hand, what else I was going to say, you know, this is of course bringing at the beginning, you know, of like a quite a whole new stage, you know. It's like the beginning of an adventure, you know, and I really like it because it's so much so to do your enthusiasm. It's going to bring a whole new initiative, but most certain it's about a new thing which is going to enter your life, which is going to be connected to unlimited possibilities. But it's you expanding yourself. You're thinking, what should I do next, you know? What's my next stage, you know? What's going to be my next stage of my journey? You know, it's you allowing yourself to advance yourself, you know, you're allowing yourself to go on the next stage. This is very important, my gorgeous Aries, because it's connected to unlimited possibilities, but also at the same time it's going to be a kind of like connected to the moment in time, like maybe within a year you had a certain opportunity that was kind of very close to this, and you kind of didn't go for it. So there is going to be an element of something also at the same time which is going to return and become an option again, and this is going to make you feel so much better. By the time you get to the end of this month, my gorgeous Aries, I want to say this is so important because the waiting game is slowly going to start coming to an end, my babies. So there is something so much so in particular that you have been waiting for over the last 9 months, you know, and this is to do with like some kind of like this created difficulties for you, and this affected your stability. It became part of your wish, you know, it became part of your life that you have been focusing on, but it's to do with your own advantage, it's to do with your own security, but it's also to do with things that you have been like focusing on and waiting for the last 9 months. There is going to be the word of like a success, my baby, and this is to do with material attainment. You're going to find yourself like on an advanced stage, and this is going to reflect on your well-being, abundance, you know. Those of you that have been suffering like from certain ailments that you didn't see any improvements, you most certainly will see improvements. But also when it comes to like feeling really tired and feeling really drained, I know it affected quite lots of Aries, you know. So now this is going to be the time when you're going to start feeling kind of re-energized and rather refreshed indeed. Very big difficulty is going to come to an end. It's rather victorious moment in time because it's going to bring you stability that you were waiting for a while. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, this is really important for you to just carry on taking organic acerola cherry powder. Yes, I know I'm still on about it, but it's important if you can just protect yourself and protect your immune system and get like organic acerola cherry powder. Organic acerola cherry powder is a natural form of vitamin C, which I would need you to take every single morning with a little glass of water, 1 teaspoon, mix it up and drink it, baby, alongside natural zinc and alongside natural vitamin D. This combination is going to be absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to you protecting yourself and protecting your immune system. And also at around the lunchtime, if you could take like a natural selenium supplement, if you can take it around the lunchtime with your lunch, okay, very important to take it with your food. But if you don't want to take a selenium supplement, then you can get like something like a natural organic Brazil nuts, and like if you take like about 5 or 6 Brazil nuts a day, that would be sufficient amount of like a selenium that you can actually get, because Brazil nuts are the highest in selenium indeed, okay. And also I can see like a little bit of stomach upset and a little bit of digestion, so just try to avoid sugar. Try to replace sugar completely if you can. I know it's easy to say, but please try to do so because you're very sensitive to sugar indeed. So try to replace sugar with the actual organic maple syrup, or maybe with organic honey, for example, or maybe no sugar at all. Like I don't take sugar anymore whatsoever because I know it's really bad. So try to replace sugar with maybe organic maple syrup or organic honey. But on another hand, what else I was going to say is just maybe try to get something like a friendly bacteria, which you can get in yogurts to boost your friendly bacteria within your guts, organic aloe vera juice, and a little bit of like the actual organic like a chamomile tea. It's wonderful because it's going to help you with your digestion, and it's also going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. If you're on any other medications, my gorgeous Aries, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Aries, or not. What else I was going to highly recommend you, my babies, would be, of course, this absolutely gorgeous chakra pendant. You know, I recommended this before, but it's so important to have this throughout January and February, because it is going to boost your energy. It is going to boost you, help you to boost your optimism. It's going to help you to point you towards the right direction. It's going to help you to spiritual growth. It's going to help you to protect your energy from negativity, but also at the same time, it's going to help you so much with expressing yourself, with the communication, and also to try to kind of single out which things exactly you should be paying attention to. This is very important little crystal. As I said, this has got a perfect crystals to actually balance your energy, and also it comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Aries, you're also supporting my channel as well, I have to say that. Now, my babies, the very first date would be the 2nd of January. Now, the 2nd of January, okay, am I in the middle? Am I? I don't know, I'm a bit on this side, aren't I? Sorry. Now, basically, my gorgeous Aries, the 2nd of January, it's going to be the first date what I need you to pay attention to. You know, it's really bizarre, a little bit strange. There's a day that you are going to have, and it's also someone is just going to kind of maybe piss you off a little bit, because you're going to feel like a lack of understanding. Situation that is going to arise, it's going to be due to lack of understanding. So this is what I need you to remember, you know. And also at the same time, that is just kind of made you feel a little bit ineffective, because it was causing you to have a lack of strength, purely because it was causing you to be indecisive. So this is something that I need you to pay attention to, and this is something that I need you to understand, because it's going to cause a little bit of disappointment, but it's also an important sign and understanding for you. It's gonna become obvious that it's a time to move on, you know. It's disappointment that something is slowly gonna come to an end, but most certainly it's gonna be brilliant for you, because it's going to help you to kind of start to looking towards different things, because you will be aware of the fact that this is going to actually the 2nd of January, what is going to take over, it's the feeling that you're going to be aware of the fact that this is all about the end of challenging times when it comes to you. So things are looking up, and this is going to be a welcome relief. So this beautiful energy is going to take over, so you will know already kind of that there are other things for you to kind of hold on to, you know. The other things for you are going to start becoming rather beautiful on the horizon in this moment in time. So this is something that is going to give you strength and energy in order to understand the situation from a different angle, because you will know that there is so much more for you behind there waiting. So it's all about you finding your way to a rather peaceful place, but also at the same time the end of a negativity, and that is going to really become a very specific time of your own advancement. You know, there is going to be kind of a maybe certain travel, it's going to end relocation also. At the same time, these feelings are going to be quite highlighted. It's going to be very interesting how you're going to feel, but also at the same time there are certain things that are going to kind of become very much so bright aspects in your life that they haven't been before. It's going to be very, very interesting year indeed. The second date, my gorgeous Aries, it's actually going to be on the 19th of January. Do you know what you've got on the 19th of January? Okay, you have got a star, and the star is just a remarkable, it's a very strong card, it's a very powerful card. It's all about the inspiration, it's all about the happiness, it's all about the excitement, it's all about the positivity, it's all about the creativity, it's all about the light at the end of the tunnel, it's all about the new beginning, it's all about the new direction, it's all about the new dimension, it's all about the new energy. This is remarkable. Two mind-blowing things that are going to be on your mind, my babies, and and both of these two mind-blowing things are going to surprise you, because it's like connected to the actual two options. But then at the same time, you know, there is going to be very powerful level of understanding that you are going to have, that is going to help you to see how to solve the certain problems around, and now in a different way, in a different light. You know, you will have the answers that you didn't have before. So this is going to be a very remarkable moment in time, my gorgeous Aries, for you indeed. So it's all about the hope, faith and inspiration, but most certainly it's about the opportunity, it's about an option, it's about the bright prospects, but also at the same time, the time is coming, my baby. It's about mixing of the past and present, but then at the same time it's about you following your optimism, you following your intuition, you know, you following the actual fulfillment and satisfaction, pleasure and happiness. You are going to see quite interesting sign at the same time. At around the same time, you will see a rather interesting sign, my gorgeous Aries. It doesn't have to be necessarily on the 19th of January, but it will be at around the 19th of January. The sign that you will see will come in many ways and in many forms, you know, but it's like most likely it's going to be like an animal, it's going to be like a bird, it's going to be like a cat, it's going to be like a dog, it can be like a little fly, it can be like a little spider, little insect. It's like pretty much so. It's going to be something to do with an animal which is going to enter your life, which is going to enter your dimension, enter your vibration. It's going to point you out, you know, towards something absolutely remarkable. But first of all, before that happens, the way this is going to happen is just going to highlight that these things that are happening at that moment in time are going to be actually highlighted by that omen, that good, great, amazing, remarkable omen that you're going to have, which is going to come in the form of a bird, a dog, or some kind of animal. It doesn't matter which animal, but you will just know that this is your sign. You will know that this is your omen, because, you know, it's just going to feel so right. It's going to feel so strong. It's going to feel so powerful, but it's also the elements of you which are going to be pretty much so connected to your own passion, and they will be vibrating very strongly. So this is why you will benefit from this wonderful vibration, and you will be able to click on things like this. So you will know when you see this animal, when you see this sign, this is the time of suspension, transition and change. This is the time of reversal of those things in your life that have been bringing you down by making you feeling bored, and also it's to do with an abandonment, it's to do with a sacrifice, readjustment, regeneration and rebirth. My babies, when you see your sign, you will know all these things are coming, but they're important, they're significant, they're powerful. You know, this is the time, I have to say, my babies, of a great success. Okay, and also on the 19th of January, it's going to bring you different elements of different parts of your life, different elements to pay attention to when it comes to the actual time of joyful accomplishment, you know, and spiritual enlightenment. I really like it, because you're going to start feeling free for after a long time, freedom to do whatever you want, you know. You need to remember to be proud of yourself. This is very, very important indeed. The 19th of January, you know, you will see something, and 19th, 20th and 21st, you know, you will see 19th, 20th and 21st of January, you will see something, and you will know once you see this, it's gonna click like that. But it's about the planning for the long term. It's going to make you realize that now it's time to plan for the long term, and that's exactly what you're gonna do here. Without you maybe you may not even realize this, or you know, but you will see you're gonna kind of catch yourself like doing it without maybe even realizing, because it's going to be very complex situation indeed. It's to do with the planning for the long term, but then again, there is going to be the abundance from the past choice, you know, and this is important because it's going to help you to move on. You need to remember that you have to be patient as you decide what's next. This is something that I need you to remember. Okay, the third important date, my gorgeous Aries, it's going to be on the 31st of January, okay? The 31st of January, it's very important, and this is what I would highly recommend you as well, this gorgeous amethyst pendant, like my lord. This is very important, very, very important, gorgeous little pendant when it comes to protection against all sorts of negative energy, negative people, negative situations, okay? But also at the same time, it's going to enhance your third psychic eye, it's going to help you to see things things in a different way, and it's going to help you to connect in a much deeper and much spiritual way. And this is important because it's going to help you to ground yourself, and it's going to prepare you kind of for things that you haven't been prepared for, especially when it comes to you explaining things and expressing yourself. The gorgeous little amethyst is a must-have in January and February. This comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and in order to buy this, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Aries, you're also supporting my channel as well. I have to say this. The 31st of January, it will bring you the moment, you know, where you will understand here you will need to take an important responsibility. The 31st of January will bring you the moment, my gorgeous Aries, where you are going to understand that you need to take a certain responsibility. Nobody else can do it for you. You need to be the one who is going to do this. So it's all about this important responsibility, you know, and ignore the illusion of entrapment, because I know that there is a lot going to be going on, and it's going to be creating an illusion that it's not there. The power is within you. The power is you. The power is around you. And this is something that you should be paying attention to only. Ignore the illusion of entrapment. Okay? And also at the same time, do not be afraid to take action. This is important time to take responsibility indeed, and do not let pride to get in your way, my gorgeous Aries. Do not get pride to get in your way. There is a possibility. I need you to really, my God, I know it's a bit complex, but on the 31st of January, there is also going to be the possibility that you make an unwise choice. Please, an unwise choice you are going to be aware of, because someone is going to be so off. Somebody is going to be like really beautiful on the outside, but very gross on the inside. This is the person that is connected to this unwise choice. So please, just like make sure that you do not take an unwise choice. So this is something I need you to pay attention to, very important. But on another hand, the 31st of January is going to bring you the ending, you know, that is going to lead to the actual new beginning, you know, the need to release situations and peoples that hold you back. This is the time of spiritual transformation. This is such an important moment in time, my gorgeous Aries, and it's going to reflect on you so wonderful, because suddenly it's just going to bring these feelings and these emotions within you. Oh, Jesus, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to change this, I want to change that, you know. You will just want to kind of like suddenly you will know what to do, and you're going to feel so brave and so strong about it, you know. And there are lots of things, very complex things that are going to be attached to it. But then before, you were like, oh God, yeah, no, I'm not too sure. You will be kind of scared, and that feeling of fear will prevent you to move on. So this is wonderful. And this happens when you're going through the actual spiritual transformation. This is all about you going forward. What's going to happen on the 31st of January, my gorgeous Aries, is going to be remarkable, because it's all about you moving forward with your life. Indeed, you see, voyage. This is exactly what I was saying. You're reaching a very important stage, very important point. So the 31st of January, it's going to surprise you in so many different ways, but most certainly it's also going to be the preparation for a very, very, very important journey in your whole life, literally. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Aries, I'm just going to see what is going to happen on the first part of January. Here we go. What is going to happen on the first part of January? You see, the first part of January is going to bring the moment also, like, oh God, you know, you're going to be kind of bringing yourself down a little bit, because you're going to be blaming yourself a little bit for the missed opportunity. Just ignore it, ignore it, ignore it, you know. That missed opportunity that you're going to be thinking about, it's also at the same time going to see your light in a bit of a darkness, because you will realize that you are actually going to have an important recovery from loss. So this is something that is going to bring you hope. This is something that is going to bring you excitement. This is something that is going to bring a beautiful energy and life into your life, because at that moment in time, this is going to be really beneficial for you. So when you're like kind of like maybe like a doubting something, or you're going to be unsure, uncertain, when you're thinking about the missed opportunity, opportunity, like, oh my God, you know, just remember that this is actually the time very specifically important when it comes to recovery from loss. It's positive, and it's going to make you think in a particular way, which is going to help you realize about this opportunity, you know, that you're actually going to have this important hope, which is going to give you something so big and so strong and so powerful to actually look forward to. The next stage of your life that is going to put a big smile on it as well. Now, the second part of January, my gorgeous Aries, just remember to stay committed to the task at hand, because there are lots of other things that are going to be quite confusing, and they're going to be very interesting, and this is all part of the challenge, to ignore too confusing and too interesting things. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. This is part of the challenge, and most certainly just keep being as assertive, because what is going to happen, you are going through the actual an enlightenment, you know, and that enlightenment that you're going through is just also going to be very significant when it comes to the actual your own success, and it's also going to be connected to the adjustment. You will be thinking about the adjustment a lot, and you know, the sad moment in time is that, you know, one particular part of your life is not going to turn out to be exactly how you wanted, how you planned it, but then doesn't matter. The more you realize this, that's better. The more you realize this, the sooner you're going to let it go, and the sooner you let it go, the better it's going to be. It's all about the acceptance. So there will be the little sad moment mid-January, but just all what you need to do, my babies, you just need to accept this, because this cannot change whatsoever. The third part of January, it's going to bring you like a basically, oh my God, you just need to be yourself. You need to express yourself as much as you can, my babies. Oh my God, I can't even explain this to you, how much it's important to be yourself. Listen to yourself. Focus on your path. Focus on your journey. The more you are yourself, the more powerful you are going to be. The last part of January, it's all about you doing you and you being yourself. I'm not saying that you don't do this normally, but the last part of January, it's an absolutely crucial time to do this. The more you're doing yourself, the more you're going to attract into your life, because this is going to be like kind of all about you being free spirit, but at the same time you're doing things that you want to do after the time where you felt the actual lack of direction. This is going to be like complete opposite. You are going to be tested a little bit, and the way you're going to be tested, something is going to happen that is going to make you feel a little bit defensive, but don't be too defensive. This is all part of the progress, because this is going to redirect you slightly at the end of January, and it's almost certainly going to kind of like come out of this is the problem that maybe stem through the imbalance in commitment that could have happened, you know, in the last 6 to 7 months. So now this is going to put you on the path of practicality and security. Most certainly what you were worrying about, you're going to realize at the end of this month, like, oh, thank God, you know, the worst is over. And this is important because it's all about the opportunity that you will have, and that opportunity that you're going to have at the end of January. It's all about the perspective and focus, and it's just, you know, and the beginning of an unfoldment. But it's all, the more you allow yourself to be yourself, the more powerful you're actually going to be. Remarkable, remarkable, remarkable. The last part of January, it's also going to bring you such a powerful news, you know, something that you were like secretly praying for, something that you were secretly hoping for, is going to bring you the end of January. Indeed, my gorgeous, gorgeous Aries. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you, what is going to happen to those of you who are actually in a relationship. Okay, so for those of you who are actually in relationship, you know, it's like all about the actual Four of Cups. You see, it is just basically you will be slowed down a little bit, because, you know, it's something that you both, the certain element and certain part of your life that you were both planning, that you were both hoping to happen, is going to take slightly longer. What you need to understand, that certain things specifically that happen in our lives, they happen in in the way they happen purely through our own karma and through our own spiritual journey. So it is just going to be basically, you both need to be just a little bit patient. Something that you've been waiting for is going to be a little bit prolonged, but as I said, it's going to be absolutely fine. The outcome is going to be quite positive, so it doesn't really matter. What you need to remember is just to be patient, my gorgeous Aries, indeed, you see. And the Hermit, like, look at this cute little Hermit, you see. And this is also like, it's going to give you time, because, you know, the specific situation is going to completely change by the end of the month. And you're both going to have a bit of like a mini Hermit mode when it comes to like the new, some kind of direction that you both wanted to do. And this mini Hermit mode is going to be absolutely everything, because it's going to bring certain hidden things to the surface. And at the same time, roughly similar time, you're going to have an important news, both of you. And the news that you're going to have is just going to be so much with the actual, going to be connected to the indecision in proceedings. So it's going to give you some kind of time span. But it's not only about the time span, it's also going to help you to actually make a decision, because so far you were both unable to make a certain decision. So there is going to be an important news that is going to be really beneficial and really great for both of you at around the end of the month, indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you, my gorgeous Aries, who are actually single and ready to mingy. Okay, who are actually single and ready to mingle. Okay, Judgment. You see, this is a quite specific card, and it's very interesting, you see. And what it is, it's referring to the fact that you're actually going to have a very interesting situation which is going to arise this month, my gorgeous Aries. And yes, there is somebody who's going to come into your life, my babies, but this is only going to be the beginning. You have to understand that this is going to happen when you least expect it. You're gonna have to understand that this is going to happen at the moment in time when somebody is like influencing you, when someone is like really influential in your life. Someone is going to inspire you, not that particular person, but at around the time when you're inspired by that particular person, you're also going to find yourself on a specific direction. And once you find yourself on a specific path, in a specific direction, it's going to put you in touch with this particular person. It's to do with you actually developing yourself, you going on an advanced stage, but also you going through your own rebirth at the same time. You will start a new process. Something brand new is going to start this month, and once you start this brand new process, there is someone very special and very powerful going to actually walk into your life. Do you know what I find really interesting? What a King of Cups. Oh my Lord, King of Cups again. You know what I find really interesting? That person is going to be very important, very powerful, very successful, very intelligent. Okay, and what I find actually interesting is that you are going to feel, before you meet this person, you will feel it. This is very strong moment, Aries, so you're going to feel this person, and the way you're going to feel your vibration is going to attract sign into your life. So watch for the frequency repeating, watch for the numbers repeating. When the numbers are repeating this month specifically, you will know that it's not going to be that long until this person comes into your life. And once that person walks into your life, a lot is going to change for the better, of course, but you just have to be patient. And remember, one step at a time, my gorgeous Aries, one step at a time. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, I love you all so much. Again, I wish you a happy new year 2021. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Aries. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.